Do you think it matters? Let's just say hypothetically they don't win tomorrow night against Tampa, and Tampa has the edge. Like, does that carry over psychologically to the playoffs?
You know what? I don't think it matters at all because no one won the Stanley Cup the other night. No one's going to win it tomorrow night. No one's going to win it Saturday when they play again. You have to get your 16 wins in the playoffs. Tampa's still got to get through their first 2 rounds if they're going to play the Caps. The Caps have to get through their first 2 rounds to play Tampa, and then you have a lot more book on how the other team plays. And last year's 7-game series against Tampa, I thought that was the Caps' easiest series because Tampa was a soft team. And I thought one of the things with that is just they had great goaltending for 3 games that kept the Caps from scoring. That was the difference maker. But you could tell that the Caps were up to things with Vasilevsky the other day on how they were shooting the puck and some of the choices they made. And I believe they still have a good book on them. But I don't think you can get too caught up in all this. It's about getting into the playoffs, trying to be the highest seed that you possibly can. Tampa Bay still has all of the same defense. They got 2 guys that are sitting out right now with injuries, Girardi and Stroman. They're going to put them back in the lineup. They're older defensemen. The Caps had their way with them last year. I still think the Capitals are the better team when these 2 teams are on the ice together.
It looks like if the NHL playoffs started today, it would be Washington and Pittsburgh in the first round. Now, a lot can change
all the time, yeah.
with 10 games, but if you're looking at either Pittsburgh or Carolina, who's the best matchup for the Caps in the first round, in your opinion?
Well, Carolina is a very good hockey team that gets no press because there is no press there, and they're kind of like Florida. No one knows how good their players are, who their players are, and they're scary. They can surprise whoever they play. They're a very good skating team. And then Pittsburgh, how can you want to say that you want to play against Sidney Crosby every night? Look what he did last week. In a minute and 48 seconds, his team won the game against the Caps. So, you know what? You got to be careful what you wish for, but I'm a guy that loves watching the Capitals and Pittsburgh play. I think those are the best series in the entire playoffs every year. So I'm all for seeing that series again. And if you can get them out of the way early, if you can win that series, that gives you so much confidence going forward.
Alan, give the casual Caps fan a reason or two to tune in and watch Devils Caps tonight. It's a sandwich game in between the Lightning games. It's the last place Devils. What are some reasons for a casual Caps? If you already got me, I'll be there. But somebody who's on the fence as to watching tonight, maybe it's always charged for 50.
Yeah, the Capitals' oldest forward, and I think he's their second oldest player, is going to go out there tonight, and he'll want to get number 50. I think. People act like those things don't matter, but it matters to the goal scorers. They want to be the best. I think Ovi going out there, it's still a lineup full of irregulars. I believe that New Jersey has even more injuries than the last time they were here, and they played the Caps pretty well that game. They've got, third and fourth liners on their first line right now. That's how beat up they are. But I think, bottom line is you want to see the Caps play 4 lines tonight, all 6 defensemen, get a good rotation, win the game. Hopefully Ovi gets 50 out of the way. He's had a great career against the Devils. And, just continue to hone their game and get ready for, they've got a big game against Tampa tomorrow. You don't want to see him get too tired tonight. You don't want to see him be in too much of a dogfight. But the big thing is Ovi's going to get his 50th in the next few days. So I want to see him get his 50th.
Alan, what's going on with Kuzi? He was hot in February with 8 goals and 9 assists. That month he's cooled off in March, just 1 goal and 4 assists in his last 8.
Well, there's been a lot of road games in March, not a lot of home games. He's got 2 goals now on the road. One of them was an empty netter last week. You know what? Hopefully, his teammates are saying, hey, playoffs are close. Let's get your A game going. He's got to rise his level of play. And if they're going to play the Pittsburgh Penguins right off the bat, he has to be one of the 2 best players every night. I said this last year, and I'll say it till the day I die. Your top 2 centermen have to beat the top 2 centermen on the other team. When you're playing Crosby and Malkin, you need Backstrom and Kuznetsov to be great. Last year they were in the playoffs. Kuzi took it up another level, but first game turned around. It's time for Kuzi to get it going. You've got roughly a month, less than a month right now to get him going in the right direction. But he needs to be intense every game. He needs to be prepared to be at his best, and we haven't seen enough of that this season. We saw it early to start the season, but it's how you finish the season that really matters, and it's time he got the A game going.
What do you think it is? You think he's just kind of saving himself, that he realizes that the regular season, while it's important, it's not the end-all, be-all? Is that what it is?
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? It's kind of baffling to everybody. And, you know, I'm a guy that wants you to go hard every night. We see Obi go as hard as he can every night. Sometimes the body doesn't let you, but I know mentally and emotionally, Obi's always wanting to be at his best. Kuzi's kind of a free spirit. He's, I don't know if I want to call him a weird guy. He's a happy-go-lucky guy. But this is the time of the year you need, and his teammates want him. It is frustrating to watch.
Right.
You know, he's given us a taste. Last year, he had the most points in the playoffs. We expect that of him all the time. And when he doesn't deliver on it, you're wondering what's wrong. I don't like moody superstars. I would like to see him get those levels up to where they need to be. I know that his coaching staff, his teammates would like it. Every person that goes to Capital One, and every Caps fan that watches the game, they want to see him give us the wow factor and be intense, be dialed in, be emotionally charged up to play every game. So that has to get there. I have no idea why he doesn't do it. If I were him, I'd want to lead the league in scoring. I think he's that talented. He should be up there ahead of Kuznetsov. He should be up there with McDavid at all times. And McDavid just has a lot of duds on the team that he's playing on. Kuznetsov has a lot better cast than Connor McDavid does in Edmonton. So, and we know that Kuznetsov, I believe he has a way better cast than Kucherov. So, you know, the power play points alone, he should be up there. The power play was clicking at the start of the year. I think Kuzi is the key to the power play, not Ovi. Kuzi. He's the guy that can get the puck in the zone every time. He can do a lot of great things on the half wall and down near the net. So he's got to get it going, and hopefully he figures it out right away that, you know what, let's get ready, let's tune up for the playoffs, and let's go in there full bore.